Every moment has led us to this day. Every journey that brought us to this place. We're filled with wonder that words couldn't ever contain. This is what we've been waiting for. At the dawn of forevermore, we can stand on this ground so sure. This is what we've been waiting
I can hear your breathing.
I know, you know, I'm nervous. He's always like, what's wrong? I'm like, how do you know something's wrong? You're breathing heavy. I'm like, oh, okay.
I can hear her nervous energy. I can't talk.
Oh my gosh. You like it? Is this what you thought I would wear?
I don't know what to say.
Oh my god. You look very
I feel very awkward right now.
Oh my gosh. I don't want to ruin your boot in here.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's what that's for. Okay.
Okay. You ready to kiss?
Oh, yeah.
You want another one?
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I was so fine until just now. You like it?
Yes. Very much.
Good. See, there's lots of lace, like you said.
Yeah, yep. And the V-neck.
I know. Oh gosh, I'm gonna be a mess, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, what do we do now?
Yeah, what do we do? Go ahead.
With it in my hand. For shame. I was waving at him. I know.
Family and friends, thank you all for coming today to share in this wonderful wedding. We are here this evening to officially unite Daniel Burapavong and Rebecca Leigh in marriage and celebrate their love. For those of you who don't know their origin story, I want to share that Daniel and Rebecca almost didn't end up together. You see, when Tanya Caniff and I tried to set them up years ago, Daniel was hesitant to make the first move, and Rebecca, my friend of many years, was frustrated about being ambushed. She had just moved back to Atlanta and wanted to focus on her medical school studies. And if I remember correctly, I received a friendly, albeit painful punch in the arm for meddling. However, our intentions in setting them up were good. When I first met Daniel at an unofficial Yelp event at Kennesaw State University's dining hall, I was struck by how friendly and open he was. I had just started dating my partner, another Yelper, and was meeting lots of new people. Daniel stood out because beyond being Yelp famous, he seemed like he genuinely cared about getting to know me as a person. He asked me lots of questions, always remembered my name, and often had a smile on his face when I saw him. As I got to know him more, I could see that Daniel is more than a Yelper, but also a valued friend, a beloved son, brother, uncle, and great person all around. His zest for life, his natural curiosity, inherent kindness, all of those added up to someone who I knew would be a great match for my friend Rebecca. Rebecca, you're truly a gifted human being. We met through the gifted program at school and remained cordial as dueling oboe players through music competitions, but we quickly became friends in middle and high school, thanks to your quick wit, your strength of character, your love for your brother and your mother, and your passion for helping others. No matter what life threw at her, Rebecca could overcome it. She deserved the absolute best when it came to a life partner, and Daniel could be that for her. Not to mention their shared appreciation of good food. She needed someone who enjoyed fine dining as much as she does. Fortunately, Tanya and I were able to convince Daniel to get Rebecca's phone number. And so still love persevered. After several dates and the opportunity to get one another, you two were smitten. Little did we know, perseverance would become a recurring theme in your love story. Just a second. When you graduated from Morehouse School of Medicine, Rebecca, and the time came to be matched to a residency program, you found yourselves in a new long-distance relationship. Daniel continued to live in Atlanta, and Rebecca moved to Chapel Hill. Still, love persevered. Daniel made arrangements to work from North Carolina, and Rebecca came back to Atlanta whenever she could. Then in 2020, in the face of a global pandemic, a nightmare for humankind, but especially for a member of the medical community, Rebecca worked grueling hours to save and protect patients in the Chapel Hill area. And so love persevered. Wedding plans were changed, honeymoon trips were canceled, but you supported each other as doting partners and friends. While the past few years have been challenging, marriage presents a whole new set of challenges. There will be ups and downs, sacrifices and fights, but there will also be unity, light, and most importantly, love. One of Rebecca's favorite bands is Young the Giant. In the song Crystallize, the lead singer Samir croons, "Is this the world I know? Is the house we built still here? Is the human race sincere? When the beat of my drum meets the beat of your heart, you know I couldn't love any other. This is where I come from, this is where I belong, with the beat of your drum, not any other." So, when times are tough and the world seems upside down, remember Samir's words and the deep connection you both have. Seek comfort in each other. Remember the positives. Speak with kindness. Practice patience. And remember, always, that love will persevere. Now, the bride and groom have prepared their own vows, which they will read to each other. So we will start with Rebecca.
Oh, crying already. Okay.
Don't forget to speak into the mic.
Oh, thank you. Daniel, I've never been loved or loved as much as we have loved each other. I adore your love for your family and your friends and your curiosity for the world. I love that you challenge me. Think about my values, my opinions. You're always here to keep me humble. I love the way your eyes light up when I come home to feed you. And I love that you always tell me I'm beautiful, even when I'm in dirty, smelly scrubs. There's never a dull moment with you around. You have an amazing quality. Oh, you always make me laugh. I resent that you make me laugh when I'm really mad at you. You are my perfect life partner and my best friend. Always dependable and loyal. I know you will always be my #1 fan. I promise to be your biggest supporter in your future goals and endeavors. I promise to challenge you. I promise to try my best to clean up after myself, even though I know I can't meet your OCD standards. I promise to keep the fridge stocked with real food and not Soylent, and constantly work to improve our relationship even when life gets hard. I know we will be there to support one another during moments of darkness and moments of joy. We have a true equal partnership, and we push each other to become better people. I can't wait to continue to grow with you for the rest of our lives.
Danny?
Rebecca, I can't believe this day is here. What was supposed to be a 2-year wedding planning process turned into 4 years. I'm just as crazy about you today as when we first met. I never knew it was possible to love someone as much as I have loved you. I also never knew it was possible for my love to grow for someone as much as it has for you. I am so incredibly lucky to have met you and to have you in my life. I wasn't sure if it was possible, and I know this sounds cliche, but you really have made my dreams come true. You're smart, you're beautiful, you're kind, you're selfless, you're caring, you're hardworking, you're resilient, and you're fun. I mean, even my friends and family like you better than me. As my groomsman Jimmy likes to say, all of us High Point guys married someone who is better than us. You're my best friend, and you truly inspire me each and every day. You challenge me, get me out of my comfort zone, and make me a better person. I am so proud of what you have accomplished in life and what's to come. There's no doubt in my mind that you're going to be a great wife and a great mother. I know there will be tough times ahead, but I can't think of a better person to persevere through them with. I love you, and I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you.
All right, I'll take your books. Thank you. And now we'll move on to the ring ceremony. Daniel and Rebecca have chosen rings to exchange with each other as a symbol of their unending love. So Daniel, you'll start. Daniel, as you place this ring on Rebecca's finger, please repeat after me. With this ring, I thee wed
I thee wed
and pledge to you
and pledge to you
my love now and forever.
my love now and forever.
Rebecca, as you place this ring on Daniel's finger, please repeat after me. With this ring, I thee wed
I thee wed
and pledge to you
and pledge to you
my love now and forever.
my love now and forever.
By the authority vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss your bride. Announcing Dr. Rebecca and Mr. Daniel Burapavong.
That was awesome.
Here she is. I hear you all the time. Make it easier for later.
You need it unbuttoned?
No, not at all. I got it right out.
Congratulations. Thanks again.
Join us in the museum for cocktail hour. Thank you.
I feel like I'm on a TV show. But no, this is amazing. Wow.
Hi, Andi.
Hey.
How are you?
Yeah,
Excellent.
I was trying not to cry.
Me too. I feel like I want to throw up. This is so great.
And it's just getting started.
Wow. Wow. The estate table too. Look at that.
Candles galore.
Crazy.
Oh my god.
That's fine.
Oh my
I'll have
gosh,
a cake.
so cute. Butterflies on your veil.
You guys are gonna line up outside to both be welcome, so you'll be able to talk.
Oh wow, the cake looks amazing.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
This is crazy. I'm like blown away.
Was it worth the wait?
Yes.
There you go.
Was it worth
All
all
that
that
And
painful?
I'm glad like all you guys stuck with me.
I know, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for sticking with us for 4 years. Oh my gosh.
We went through it together.
Oh my gosh.
So,
They're followed by Sarah Leigh and Brian Johnson. Next, we have Shiva Kuragayala and Melissa Millen. They're followed by Georgia Wong and Jimmy Mitchell. Next, Julie Stockup and Jung Cho. Ife Uday and Tom Iden. Our maid of honor, Sumi Selvaraj, and best man, Anthony Martin. Let's not forget our flower girls, Juliet and Marjorie Cooper. And ladies and gentlemen, for the first time as husband and wife, please help me welcome Dr. Rebecca and Mr. Daniel Burapavong.
Gentlemen, well, our newlyweds are going to start this evening here tonight with their first.
You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you. You'd be like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. At long last, love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you. Pardon the way that I stare. There's nothing else to compare. The sight of you leaves me weak. There are no words left to speak. But if you feel like I feel, please let me know that it's real. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you.
little placement issues. All right, so I'm so excited to share a little bit about Rebecca and Daniel tonight, especially Rebecca, because she doesn't like to talk about herself or humble brag, which I'm gonna do tonight. Daniel is definitely a very lucky man, as we all seen tonight, and as we know them as a couple. Rebecca is someone who knows what she wants. And once she's decided something that should be a part of her life, she will figure out a way to make it happen. I know this from personal experience because it's how our friendship started. We were in the same freshman seminar, and right after one of our classes, she walked up to me and she said, "You're really cool. I think we should be friends." And the rest is history. Ever since then, she's been one of my best friends. I saw Rebecca do the same in her career. She was determined to be a doctor. And she did everything she could to achieve that goal. No one could tell her otherwise. And I admired her persistence, her perseverance, her commitment to taking care of other people. It's one of her strengths. She's like everyone's big sister. And I just know she's naturally caring, always looking out for everyone. And in her relationships, it's something that I admire the most in her, is that that same quality. She's so giving, always making sure everyone's needs are met. And she's always wanted a committed partner with strong family values who wants the same things as life as her. So when I first heard about this guy, Daniel, I was like, I just moved across the country to California, and I was a little bit like, wow, Rebecca's telling me about this guy. I'm not here to vet him. But at least Imani, she set them up. So I was like, okay, Imani's awesome. I can, maybe this will be fine. And, as I heard more and more, Daniel likes food, check. Rebecca loves food. It's a strong part of our friendship. Loves to cook. And a perk of Daniel is that I could now see what Rebecca was cooking for dinner. He has her own Rebecca Leigh #dinner hashtag, which I love. And then I can be like, wow, Rebecca, you made them in the Instapot. Send me the recipe. And so, I was like really enjoying this, and I finally got to meet them when Daniel came out to California for the first time with Rebecca, and I was sold then because I was like, you know what? He insisted that Rebecca spend time with me and her friends, and we met his friends, and it was just one of those things where I realized Daniel is there to put Rebecca first. He listens to her. She's always taking care of everyone else, and she finally found her partner who is doing the same for her, making sure she's having the best time, and I know Rebecca's doing the same for Daniel. I've seen them work through so many different things in their life. They're doing a two-city relationship right now, which, wow, I admire their commitment to each other, working through all of these things, and I just know that whatever life throws at them, they're going to handle it. And they're going to do it with love and compassion and share the kindness that they've shared with all of us tonight. I mean, we're having such an amazing time, and it's because they were thinking about our experience tonight. And that's just the kind of people they are. So with that, I would love to raise a glass to Daniel and Rebecca, wishing them a wonderful wedding filled with happiness and joy, and just know that we're all here for you too, anytime. To Rebecca and Daniel.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Rebecca and Daniel, I'd like to thank everyone for attending this great celebration. If you don't know me, I'm Anthony. I'm the best man. I met Daniel when we were both in college, freshmen, on the dorm. We lived together. We connected through our passion for sports and basketball. And even though we don't live next to each other anymore, we still keep in touch. We keep each other abreast of what's going on in our lives. We share secrets. We do everything, and we attend sporting events together whenever we can. We definitely do. We definitely, always texting, yes. When Daniel first told me about Rebecca, I knew that she was special, the way he talked about her, how great a person she is, and how she made him feel. But I was especially certain Rebecca was special because of what I didn't hear. Most people here know Daniel and know his unique personality. He's a bit OCD and a little bit of a neat freak, right? I'm reminded of a time when he and I were hanging out one time. We grabbed some food and went back to his place to eat. I finished my food and got up to throw my trash away. And before I could turn back around to the table, Daniel had a sponge and kitchen cleaner in hand and was wiping down the table where I ate. From the look on his face, I thought he was going to turn the bottle on me and chase me out of his place. Needless to say, I don't eat at his place anymore, all right? So Rebecca, I'm for sure you're the one. And you and Daniel are right for each other because to this day, I've heard no stories of you being chased out of the house by him, by Daniel, with his cleaner and sponge in hand. All right, so with that, I want to toast. Here we go, right here. Let's raise our glasses. Congratulations, Rebecca and Daniel. May the flame burn long and the spark last a long time as well. Cheers. All right. All right. All right. You want to? All right. Hey, congratulations.
Hello, good evening. I'm Dr. T. David Burapavong, Daniel's daddy. Well, I'm probably going to take more than 4 minutes here, but I'm going to try to make it brief. Daniel, our last name is Burapavong. It's a Thai name, but Daniel would be considered Chinese Thai American. The heritage from is actually by blood is Chinese. Daniel's great grandfather immigrated to Siam, back then called Siam, which is now called Thailand. His great grandfather would be my grandfather, immigrated to Siam in the early 1900s. And our Chinese last name is pronounced Ko, K-H-O, Ko, in our local Suotao dialect or Teochew dialect. But in Mandarin dialect it will be Su, you know. My Mandarin is not that good, but anyway, there are many overseas Chinese in many countries in Southeast Asia. In Thailand, there are probably at least in 1950, according to the study by Cornell University, approximately 18% of the population in Siam or Thailand is overseas Chinese. And then in 1935, Siam have changed their name to Thailand, officially named Thailand. And then when I grew up, I remember in the mid-50s, after World War II, when Eisenhower was president, there was Cold War between the communist countries, Soviet Union, mainland China, and U.S. and the Western country. That most of the overseas Chinese who live in Thailand would adopt a Thai name. So our family adopt the name Burapavong, and the meaning of Burapavong, Burapa means from the east, and Wong means family from the east. And so we had to, I remember I used my Chinese name until I was 10 years old. And then my uncle and my father make decision to adopt a Thai name so that the younger generation, the children, would have opportunity to enter universities to obtain a high education, to be engineer and dentists and medical doctors and all that. So, so that's the background that we have a Thai name, but we also cherish the Chinese name, and that's just a very brief history. And so anyway, Daniel, then I came from Thailand to continue my, I finished graduate medical school in Thailand, and then I came to US to pursue my career in surgery at the Bowman Gray School of Medicine, which is now called Wake Forest Baptist Health. Then I met Vipa, my wife. She was a graduate from Wake Forest University, and Daniel is the youngest. So he's when he was born, my father was 60 years old, and he was very happy to have a grandson. And then, anyway, to make it short now, Daniel attended all the public school in High Point, from elementary school to middle, and attend High Point Central High School. And one of the bright memory I remember is that the year he graduated, the year 2000, High Point Central High School won the state football championship. The Bison, right? And then when he was in middle school, I had a season ticket, basketball season ticket to Wake Forest. So we got him started to watch some basketball. So he was, after he watched, the Wake Forest basketball with Tim Duncan and Randolph Childress, captured 2 straight ACC tournament championship. He got hooked into the basketball. Anyway, I think during his high school, he after he decided to apply to continue higher education, and he picked Georgia Tech. And I remember he and your friend Jimmy Mitchell, right? Here, you and Jimmy decided to apply to Georgia Tech, and even that was a rumor, even at Willow Creek Golf Course, Even the assistant pro even heard about that, and they were talking to me about, I heard that Daniel and Jimmy gonna go to Georgia Tech. I said, that's right. And when he came here, I think he was really interested in basketball, and was I think he purchased season ticket to all the basketball game to Georgia Tech, and I think I remember that a few years after that, Bobby Cremens took Georgia Tech to the Final Four. Paul Hewitt, okay. Paul Hewitt, okay. And I'm really glad that eventually he found his soulmate, Rebecca, and and first time I met Rebecca, she was a sophomore, and at Morehouse Medical School. So I had the opportunity to quiz her a little bit. To be in the second year med school, usually one study pathology, microbiology, and this and that. And so I quiz her about what deadliest animal in the world. He said from dog bite, alligator, or shark, you know. And she did know her, you know, about that. She told me mosquito bites. Mosquito is the most deadliest animal in the world. Even today, about 2 years ago, the statistic 2 years ago, in year 2020, 675,000 deaths from malaria. And also quiz her about the Plasmodium parasites. And she did know. She did know all the name and all that. And when the wedding was planned 2 years ago in the year 2020, your mother and I went to Thailand and visit our family. My father, he just turned 100 in early March. Your grandfather sent his blessing, but he was not able to travel. And on this trip, a few weeks ago, a month ago, we traveled to Bangkok to visit him again. This time, you know, he has senile dementia, but I think he's alert enough to know that we visited him. And well, he's always proud of you, and that I think you are the only paternal grandson that he has. And then he would have asked me to quote you the Bible here, and which I'm going to read that from the 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4 to 7. It's from the New International Version. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never ends. And that's it. Oh yeah, and in the word cheer in Thai, we said chayo, C-H-A-I, and then Y-O, chayo. So I'm going to say chayo, chayo, and chayo.
I'm Jeffrey, Rebecca's younger brother, and before I start my toast, I actually wanted to first give a couple disclaimers. The first is that it's my best interest to keep this speech short and simple, since right now I'm the last thing standing between my sister, Daniel, and that cake. My second disclaimer is that I'm actually really bad at giving speeches, like unbelievably so. To give you, thank you. To give you all some perspective, preparing for this speech literally took me 20 times longer than doing my taxes, and I actually counted the hours. And I'm not saying this just to cover my butt. I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad idea either to curb your expectations, but that's besides the point. The point I want to make is that even if I'm reading from my phone and struggling to articulate some lines, All of that belies the fact that I consider this opportunity to toast Rebecca and Daniel's special day to be my greatest privilege and honor. With all that being said, what made this speech so hard is that I don't know if there's much left for me to say. Everyone who's here has already seen firsthand how much they love and deserve one another. It'd be redundant for me to harp on about something so self-evident, so the only worthwhile contribution that I felt I could make are some words explaining why, as the bride's younger brother, I'm so especially thrilled to have seen her unite with her perfect life partner. I imagine that almost every younger sibling would admit, after some reluctance, how much their older sibling shaped them into a better person. But in my sister's case, even that is a gross understatement. Not because of the degree to which she influenced me, but also because of our childhood circumstances and how she dealt with them. Being a family of first-generation immigrants, our parents worked incredibly hard to build the best future for us. That, however, came with some sacrifices. On weekdays, for example, our mom and dad could only come home late in the evenings, and as such, they entrusted my sister to babysit me from a young age. This meant that for a few hours every day during most of my childhood, my sister was the authority figure in the house. Thankfully, my parents' trust in my sister was well placed, since she only ever abused that authority for the TV channels. And not only did Rebecca keep me from burning down the house, she taught me lessons meant for both school and life. Many of these lessons were actually her leading by example. To give just one of them, during those very same years, she babysat me in grade school. She also managed to get the highest GPA in her class year after year. I could honestly go on, but for the sake of the cake, I hope I've already conveyed the gist of a few points. One being that I wouldn't be half a man I am today if it wasn't for Rebecca's love and dedication while growing up. Two, my sister's already had a great practice run at raising a kid, so when that day comes, just keep doing what you're used to. And three, for everything that I just mentioned, I couldn't be happier to see my sister so ecstatic, and I can't thank Daniel enough for giving her that smile. For my toast, I wanted to wish Rebecca and Daniel many more happy days, as happy for them as this one.
Thank you very much to Jeffrey, my dad, Sumi, Anthony. Those are great toasts. So we wanted to thank everyone here today. It's truly an honor to have each and every one of you here. Each one of you has played an important role in our lives. And we really appreciate you taking the time and effort to make arrangements and rearrangements to travel to be here to celebrate with us. We know that the past 2 years haven't been easy, and that coming to a large gathering like this is the first time in a long time for many. For Rebecca and me, this feels surreal. We're also unbelievably happy and ecstatic.
We're so lucky to have such beloved friends and family here with us today. Over the years, you all have shown us kindness and support to help shape us into who we are today. Lastly, we'd like to thank our amazing team of vendors who've stuck with us since 2018 and 19, led by our amazing planner, Jordan Chu of Emily Jordan Events. This magic is because of her. Thank you to Julie Coffin, even though she's not here, of Unique Floral Expressions, who created these beautiful floral arrangements. These floral arrangements are actually going to be repurposed by Julie and then donated to hospices in Atlanta. Thank you to Leigh Wolfe and her amazing team, and also WedFlix for capturing these beautiful memories. And also thank you to the Fair Serve members team for this delicious food tonight, which I hope everyone enjoyed. And also many thanks to Andi and the History Center staff for also creating this beautiful night for us. Andy's our DJ. Oh gosh, I hope you guys get the party started. We'll see you on the dance floor, and please enjoy the open bar because we've waited 4 years for this, so enjoy.
Far behind us, we have all the time in the world, just for love, nothing more, nothing less, all love. We're closer to heaven, there's so much ahead.